ball gets away from him, everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. To throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Lockett. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
95.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lynch. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Penny, a 1st down carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Wilson on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This is taken at his 4. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
On first down, Drake. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Doxson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They're going to look to throw. But he finds Stills, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Treadwell. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the give, this is Drake. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Running, it's Drake. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sanders' kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be.
He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Yeah.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on 1st down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot. Hot.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 319! 319!
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Now let's go!
Now Drake. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, here we go. Green!
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Wilson. Flush to his right, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Wilson, caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now it's Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Wilson. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw again is Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set. 319. 319. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he hits Drake. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. That goes for a gain of 31. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now it's Wilson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Again, Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Wilson operating from the gun. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Penny will try to punch it in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wilson to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And
a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well and end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Santos with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Grant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the return.